Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome to Eland's Fictional Sports Universe. We're going to continue our coverage of our fictional Major League Baseball regular season. And without further ado, let's go ahead and just kind of show you the bracket to kind of catch you up on what action you might have missed yesterday. So we're in Group A right now that features Minnesota Twins, the Oakland Athletics, the Houston Astros, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the New York Yankees. Going into this, the Twins and the Astros sit atop the leaderboard with this big game right here. The Astros in our game yesterday lose to the Athletics 7-3. So a win today by the reigning world champion Minnesota Twins could pretty well cinch a victory in the berth in the postseason should they get that done. All right, so before we go to the game, this is the home opener for the reigning world champion, Minnesota Twins. So let's go ahead and look at the championship banner. There it is, the journey of the Minnesota Twins to be the 2017 world champions. They would lose Game 1 to the Washington Nationals 5-4. Come back and win Game 2 4-3. However, game's home field advantage was with the Nationals. And then Game 3, first one back in Minnesota, Washington would win that one. And then they'd win Game 4, putting Minnesota in a 3-1 hole. And then the Twins win their last game at home 5-3. Win Game 6 5-3 thanks to Josh Willingham. And then Willingham hits a solo bomb, the only run in Game 7, wins that one 1-0. And of course, the World Series MVP was Josh Willingham. He retired on top. Good for him. And now we're ready to go to the game. All right, there we are, ready to go. First, let's introduce you to the gentleman who will be taking the field today. So, first for the Tampa Bay Rays, their season opener. They have Kevin Kiermaier in center field. Leading off, Steven Souza, the right fielder, will bat second. Colby Rasmus, the designated hitter, will bat third. Logan Morrison, the first baseman, will bat fourth. Corey Dickerson, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Evan Longoria, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Wilson Ramos, the catcher, will bat seventh. Tim Beckham, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Brad Miller, the second baseman, will round out the batting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. For the home standing Minnesota Twins and the reigning world champions, they just got the World Series rings. The new banner is up. They have Byron Buxton leading in center field. Let's go through their defensive alignment. Byron Buxton in center field, Eddie Rosario in left field, and Max Kepler over in right. Infield featuring Miguel Sano, Brian Dozier, and Joe Mauer at first. Dozier at second with a shortstop, Jorge Polanco. The battery featuring Jason Castro catching for Kyle Gibson. They are 1-0. Gibson, this is his first appearance this year. Oh, back to game, my bad. Let's get the stats for Gibson. Last year, a record of 12-10, 5.07 ERA, 182 hits, 121 strikeouts, and 60 walks on 158 innings pitched. Leading off for the Tampa Bay Rays will be Kevin Kiermaier. Kiermaier last year, 98 games, 56 runs, 39 RBIs, 15 homers, 16 stolen bases, and ended the season with a .276 average. So here we go. Gibson ready to open up the home opener here in Minnesota, and he kicks and fires. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and down goes Kevin Kiermaier. So good start there by Kyle Gibson, as now we'll go to Steven Souza, who is in his final year as a Tampa Bay Ray. Souza last year, 78 runs scored, 78 RBIs, 30 homers, 16 stolen bases, and a .239 average. Kyle Gibson relaxed and ready to go. Kicks and fires. And that's going to be called a strike. And it's now 3-2. Over to Sousa again. This one, ground ball hit right to Polanco. Polanco to Maurer, easy. Out number 2. And 2 down very quickly here for the reigning world champions. Here comes Colby Rasmus. Most memorable moment I've had with him was him hitting a walk-off home run in Game 2 of the ALDS when he was on the Astros against the Chicago White Sox. All right, Rasmus. Last year, however, 17 runs scored, 23 RBIs, 9 home runs, 1 stolen base, and a .281 average. They need him to get rolling. First at bat to Rasmus, and the pitch. This one, singles past Gibson, and Colby Rasmus gets the first hit for the Tampa Bay Rays in 2018. Here comes Logan Morrison. Morrison last year, the first baseman, had 75 runs, 85 RBIs, 38 homers, 2 stolen bases, and a .246 average. Kicks and fires. Called strike 3, and down goes Morrison. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Rays don't do anything in their first chance. Now it's time to see the champs. The Minnesota Twins will be up. It'll be Buxton, Maurer, and Sano in the bottom of the first. All right, back out of here comes Byron Buxton, batting .200 in the young season. Got 1 run scored, so in Game 1, we'll see what happens now. Weird. Kick, now Chris Archer making his first start of the season, 10-12 record. 4.07 ERA, 193 hits, 249 strikeouts, and 60 walks, all on 201 innings pitched. So we'll see what Archer does here. Kicks and delivers. And it's an air check, who we tested. This one, fly ball, center field. Kiermaier makes the grab. That's an easy out, number 1 for the Rays. Here comes Joe Mauer. Mauer still looking for his first hit of the season. Trying to see if he can get on now. Pitch by Archer. And it's at the ballpark. We'll see what happens. Mauer. This one, ground ball hit right to Logan Morrison. Morrison's going to pick that one up and step on the base to get Joey Mauer down, who continues to be hitless this season. Here's Miguel Sano. Sano had quite the game. Bats .400 going into this one. 1 run, 3 RBIs for him in Game 1. See if he can keep it up. Pitch by Archer. And he wanted a walk, but he isn't going to get it, so Archer will deliver again. And this time, this one hit well into center field, but not quite enough as Kiermaier retreats back to the track and makes the grab for out number 2. Or out number 3, sorry. So we're going to the top of the second. Nobody scores in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Twins. It's Dickerson, Longoria, and Ramos 2 up for the Rays in the top of the second. Kyle Gibson ready to do some work. Here comes Corey Dickerson. Dickerson, last season, 84 runs scored, 62 RBIs, 27 home runs, and 4 stolen bases. Waiting to see what will come of this one. This little at-bat here. As Gibson takes his time with his warm-up tosses, and now he gives the signal that he's ready. Gibson kicks and fires. Called strike 3. Down goes Corey Dickerson. Now here's the big bat of Evan Longoria. We all know that he will be hitting the road going to another team after this year, so this is really Tampa Bay's last chance for a little bit. Last year, 71 runs, 86 RBIs, 21 homers, 6 stolen bases, and a .261 average. Pitch by Gibson. And he wanted the strikeout, but he's not going to get it. It's now 2-1. Or 1-2, sorry. And the pitch. This one, ground ball hit at Polanco over to Mauer, and that's out number 2. Here comes Wilson Ramos. A long time Washington National. Last year, bat had 19 runs, 35 RBIs, 11 home runs, and a .260 average. Gibson looks in, gets the sign, and fires. And it's a strike. 3-2 the count to Wilson Ramos, battling back. This one, ground ball, picked up by Polanco, barehanded, throw to Mauer, got him in time, and that is going to be out number 3. We're off to the bottom of the second. Rosario, Dozier, and Grossman due up for the Twins. It's still 0-0. All righty, here comes Eddie Rosario. Rosario batting .750 this season. In game 1, he had, in 4 at-bats, he had 1 run, 1 RBI, and 1 stolen base. As Archer will face the red-hot Eddie Rosario. And this one's going to be at the ballpark. We'll see what happens. Rosario, 6-2. Fly ball, left field. Dickerson camped out under it, makes the grab for out number 1. All right, so now here comes Brian Dozier. Dozier still looking for his first hit. Went 0 for 3 in game 1. Trying to work his way into some decent stats for his team. Archer. This one, deep fly ball into left field. Dickerson can't get to it. If it's fair, it's gone, and it goes on the wrong side of the foul pole. Missed it by about 4 feet. Dozier shaking his head, so he'll come back, and it's a long strike. 1-1 count. This one, fly ball, center field, much weaker. Kiermaier camped out under it, and that's out number 2. Here comes Robbie Grossman. Designated hitter, batting .250, scored 1 run in game 1, or in the first game of the season. Against the, who was that against? I believe it was against the Athletics. 2-4. This one. Called strike 3, and Grossman didn't even have a chance. So we're off to the 3rd inning. Beckham, Miller, and Kiermaier due up for the Rays as Kyle Gibson is about to make his way through, complete his first trip through this Tampa Bay lineup for the first time. We'll go ahead and let you know what his stats are. Still 0-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd. So let's go ahead and get on with it. So Beckham and Miller, the last 2 in the lineup for the Rays. Gibson. Swing and a miss, and he fooled Beckham big time. And now here's Brad Miller. Miller, first at bat this season. Last year, 43 runs, 40 RBIs, 9 homers, and 5 stolen bases. Only a .201 average, though. And the pitch by Gibson. Called strike 3, and down goes Miller. So through the order the first time, it took him 2 2/3 innings, 1 hits, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Very impressive outing by Kyle Gibson so far, to back up that of Irvin Santana, his teammate, who is a AL Cy Young candidate right now. He had a great performance. As Kyle Gibson kicks and fires. Called strike 3. He strikes out the side to end it. So now we're off to the bottom of the third. Kepler, Polanco, and Castro. The final three in the order are in the order for Minnesota. So Archer will be making his way through the lineup for the first time in this Minnesota Twins team. And Tampa Bay Rays team locked in a pitcher's duel. One hit given up in the entire game. Pitch by Archer. And that gets past Archer, and we're even on hits. Kepler puts it right up the middle, and Archer didn't have a chance. Here comes Jorge Polanco. Now something going here for the Twins. Archer kicks and fires. It's an error check. And bunt laid down by Polanco. That's going to move Kepler over. No, he's going to get on. Polanco is safe on an error by Wilson Ramos. So just like that, runner in scoring position for the Minnesota Twins. Jason Castro, the final man in the lineup for the Twins. And the pitch by Archer. This one singles past Archer. This one's rolling into center field. Kepler's rounding third. He's going to score, and it's 1-0 Minnesota. All right, first way all the way through the order, and the stats for Archer not nearly as good. It took him 2 innings to get through it. 2 hits allowed, 1 run, and it was earned in only 1 strikeout. We'll see what he has for Byron Buxton. Runners on first and second, nobody down. Pitch by Archer. Called strike 3, and down goes Buxton. He needed that one. And now here comes Joe Mauer. Mauer 0 for 1. He's 0 for his last 5. This might end it. This one. Deep fly ball, right field, back to the wall. It is going to be foul. Chance for Joe Mauer there. Pitch, and this one, ground ball. Hit to Longoria. Hit right at third base, and will the defense try for the force at third or double play second to first? Let's see, his ground GDP is only 2. Let's see, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go for the double. Let's see if it bites him in the butt. Polanco will advance, however. All right, here we go. Longoria over to Miller. Miller to Morrison, double play. It's in the inning. So we go to the top of the fourth. It's now 1-0 Minnesota. Sousa, Rasmus, and Morrison due up for the trailing Tampa Bay Rays. Well, Kyle Gibson has a new lease on life right now. It's something to be pitching in a game where you're constantly battling the other pitcher, and then he gives up a few hits. Mic check, mic check. Okay, we get there. Let's try it again. There we go. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, bum. Load game. Where you at? All right, I think we're back in business. Yep, we are. All right, back to this one. Okay, here comes Colby Rasmus. 1 for 1. And the pitch by Gibson. He's the only one to give up a hit, to get a hit off of Gibson. Rasmus kicks and fires. This one, fly ball into shallow left field. It's going to get down, and Rasmus is 2 for 2. And now here comes Logan Morrison. Morrison struck out his first at bat. Kicks and fires by Gibson. And he tried to get him to strike out again, but this time it is not going to work. Next pitch to Logan Morrison. This one, fly ball into right field. Camped out under it is Kepler, and he makes the grab. Here's Corey Dickerson. Struck out his first time. Runner on first is Colby Rasmus. He is 2 for 2 today. And this one, it's going to be a ballpark card. 3-3. This one, ground ball. It gets past Dozier. As Rasmussen rounds second, heads for third, and you got a runner on the corners, tying run 90 feet away. Longoria up with 2 down. He's 0 for 1. But they need him to come through here. Does he do it? Holds off on the strikeout pitch. So we'll see what happens. This one, fly ball, right field. Kepler grabs it, and that's going to end the threat. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Sano, Rosario, and Dozier do up for the Twins. They lead it 1-0. All right, here comes, let's see, what's Kyle Gibson? Chris Archer. Beginning his 4th inning of work. And this could be bad. Sano, left field, back to the wall. It is gone. Dickerson had no chance, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Miguel Sano. I believe that's home run number 2 for Sano. Guess we'll find out later when he's up. Here comes Eddie Rosario. He's 0 for 1, but he's batting .600, so he's red hot right now. Can he keep it up? No, he goes down to Chris Archer. Brian Dozier now. 0 for all of his at-bats this season so far. Kicks and fires by Archer. He holds off there, so he's going to get at least 1 more pitch. This one, ground ball hit right to Longoria. Longoria, Morrison, that's 2 down. And here's Robbie Grossman. Struck out his first at-bat in the game. He's 0 for 1. Let's see what he does here. Ballpark card. Let's see what happens. This one into right field. Back to the wall, and it is caught by Dickerson. And that is going to end the inning. So we're off to the 5th. 1 run on 1 hit. Ramos, Beckham, and Miller do up for the Rays. It's 2-0 Twins. right now you got to be wondering, how's Kyle Gibson feeling? He'll be facing Ramos, who's 0 for 1. And this could be trouble. This one, deep fly ball. Right field, if it's fair, it's gone. See you later. And it's a one-run ball game.
Deep to left field, looking down the line. Gone.
A towering solo shot by Wilson Ramos brings this one back to 1. Here comes Tim Beckham, who's 0 for 1. And the pitch. Try to get the strikeout, but it isn't going to happen. This one, deep fly ball into center field. Buxton makes that catch look easy for out number 1. Here comes Brad Miller. About to be the second trip through the lineup for Gibson. See what he does here. And no, it's fouled off. No wild pitch, so we'll go again. Tried to get the strikeout, but he will wisely hold up. Count is now 1-2. And this one into center field, back deep, and it bounces off the wall. Rounding first is going to be Miller, and Miller is in with a stand-up double. Tying run 180 feet away with 1 down. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Kyle Gibson, second trip through the lineup. Took him 4 1/3 innings to do it. He's given up 5 hits, 1 run, and it was earned. No walks and 7 strikeouts with a 2.09 ERA. Kiermaier, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Are they going to get him again? Not this time. He actually lays down the bunt, and that's going to move Miller over to third. Here's Steven Souza, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And the pitch. And he walked him. 4-pitch walk. And now the question is there some control issues? Because now you've got the red hot Colby Rasmus, who's 2 for 2. With a chance to tie this one up, or maybe put him in the lead depending what he does. Try to get the strikeout, but Rasmus, the crafty veteran, holds off. Pitch to Rasmus. This one popped up high. First baseman Joey Mauer is going to grab this one, no problem. And that ends the threat. So no runs on 2 hits, or 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Kepler, Polanco, and Castro 2 up for the Twins. It's 2-1 now, Minnesota. Archer given another chance to possibly get at worst to no decision right now. He's on the hook for the loss, but his team is starting to show some run support. It's a 1-run game. He'll face Kepler, Polanco, and Castro. Those guys are combined 2 for 3. So part of the lineup he's had trouble with. This one, it's an air check if it's on the ground. Kepler. This one, ground ball, hit right at Beckham. Beckham boots the ball. He can't get hold of it, and that's going to put Kepler on first. Second error committed by the Tampa Bay infield. Here's Polanco. Polanco 0 for 1. Batting .400 though, a chance to get back on that hot streak. Wild pitch, that's going to put Kepler over on second. So now things are getting interesting. Pitch to Polanco. This one, ground ball hit right at Beckham. Beckham goes over to first as Kepler will just hold at second. And it's 1 down. Here's Jason Castro. 1 for 1 with the RBI. Can you get another one? Archer tries to get the strikeout, but it ain't going to happen. As Castro sits in there. And this one, deep fly ball to center field. It's back to the wall, off the wall. That's going to be a run scored for the Twins, as Kepler will score no problem and Castro's in with the double.
Interfere with play on the field
will be escorted from the stadium.
And that is the second trip through the lineup for Chris Archer. He did it in 4 and 1 innings pitched. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, and only 3 strikeouts with a 4.19 ERA. Archer kicks and fires. It's a range play. Who we testing? First range play of the game. This one lined right at Beckham. Beckham makes the grab. What a diving run. Kicks it back over to Miller to double up. Kepler to get the double play. Or sorry, Castro to get the double play. Wow. Holy cow. What a dive by the shortstop, Jorge Polanco. Or sorry, by the shortstop, Tim Beckham, to make that grab. Wow, what a way to end that inning. So we're off to the top of the 6th. 3-1 Minnesota. Morrison, Dickerson, and Longoria due up for the Rays. Kyle Gibson looking comfortable, kicks and fires. And nothing going on there. Remember, should the Twins win this one, they'll be the only team in Pool A, in Group A, that'll go 2-0. So at the halfway point through their season, they will look like a very tough team to beat. Morrison, fly ball into center field. Buxton makes that catch, no problem. Now number 1, here's Corey Dickerson. 1 for 2, batting .500 on this game. And the pitch. Fouled off. So we'll go again on a full count. Air check if it's on the ground. Dickerson. This one. Fly ball left field. Rosario under there. Makes the easy grab for out number 2. Here's Kyle Gibson to face Evan Longoria. Gibson throwing a beautiful game so far. And the pitch. Can he get out of this inning? Tries to get the strikeout, but it isn't going to happen. Longoria doesn't strike out often against righties. But he does pop this one well into range of Rosario in left field. Makes the grab. And that's going to be out number 3. So we're off to the bottom of the 6th. It is 3-1 Minnesota. Mauer, Sano, and Rosario due up for the Twins. Bottom of the 6th. And here's Joey Mauer. Mauer, 0 for the entire season. He's actually 0 for 6. Let's see what he does here. This one, air check if it's on the ground. It is on the ground. Ground ball hit right at Longoria. Longoria boots the ball, and that's going to put Mauer on base for the first time this year. So the third error committed by Tampa Bay. Here's Miguel Sano. Last time he hit a homer. First one of the season. Let's see if he does it again. Archer tries to hit him, and now some tempers are heating up a little bit as Sano shakes his head at that idea. Very interesting. Last time Sano saw Archer, he put it a mile into left field bleachers, and now he tries to hit him. Our pitch rides in on him. And Sano's going to make him pay for it. Ground ball past Miller. And that is another hit for Miguel Sano. Here's Eddie Rosario. Rosario, nobody down. Possibly looking for a bunt. And he does lay it down. And that's going to move the runners over. Here comes Brian Dozier. And the pitch. And there's a wild pitch. They're waving in Mauer. Mauer is going to score. And it's now 4-1. And that is probably going to do it for Chris Archer if he does not get Dozier. This one, fly ball, right field. And Sano is going to hold at third. He's not quite quick enough. So now here's Robbie Grossman. Grossman 0 for 2 for the strikeout. And the pitch. Error check if it's on the ground. This one popped up high. Miller camped out under it. Makes the grab. And that is going to be out number 3 as we go to the top of the 7th. Ramos, Beckham, and Miller due up for Tampa Bay. They trail Minnesota 4-1. The pitching by Minnesota has been absolutely fantastic this season. First, you got Irvin Santana, who goes out there, puts up a performance that tops the AL Cy Young race in Game 1. And now you send out Kyle Gibson, who's done a very good job himself. He's probably running on fumes, but his momentum is there. Gibson will face Ramos, who hit the homer off of him. The only run he's given up. And he's going to get revenge by striking him out. Strikeout swinging, and here comes Tim Beckham. Beckham, the shortstop, made that diving play earlier in the game. And this one, fly ball into right field, but it's going to go foul, so we'll go again. This one, ground ball, it gets past Sano. And that's going to be a single for Tim Beckham. Brad Miller, the 9th guy, so this will be the 3rd trip through the lineup for Gibson. And he's looking pretty good if he can hold it together. And that one singles past him into center field. And now we're going to go, and that'll actually end the game for Kyle Gibson. Here comes the manager. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 run, and it was earned. 1 walk and 8 strikeouts, a 1.43 ERA. So he is definitely now in the Cy Young race along with teammate Irvin Santana. New pitcher coming in for the Twins will be Ryan Presley. He'll face Kevin Kiermaier with 1 down. And runners on 1st and 2nd. Kiermaier represents the tying run. Presley. This is his first appearance this year. Oh, yep. No, actually he got the save in Game 1. My apologies. He pitched 1 inning. So 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, got 1 strikeout, 1 walk. And this one, range play to Kiermaier, who we testing. This one, ground ball hit at Polanco. We can't get to it. 1 run. It's going to load the bases. They're waving Beckham around. He's going to score, and it's a 2-run ball game. Here's Steven Souza. Steven Souza, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. And the pitch. Wild pitch. That's going to move the runners over. So now Souza has a run 90 feet away. He's going to take advantage of it. This one, fly ball, right field. Rosario makes the catch, fires it in there quickly to hold Miller at 3rd. So 2 down, so it takes away the sacrifice play. Here's Colby Rasmus. Rasmus, 2 for 3. The most successful hitter for Tampa Bay and could be big here. This one, error check. Who we testing? This one lined right at Mauer. Mauer makes the grab, no problem. And the side is retired. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Here in the stretch, it's 4-2, Minnesota. So it's a 2-run ball game. Chris Archer still in there for Tampa Bay, but makes you wonder how long they're going to stick with him. Archer about to begin inning number 7 of work. Tried to get the strikeout, but it isn't going to happen quite yet. So he'll reset and try again. This one fly ball into left field. Dickerson makes the grab. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is out number 1. Archer kicks and fires. This one fly ball into right field, but it's going foul. So it's just a long strike. Over to Polanco again. Fly ball right field. This time Sousa can track it down, makes the grab. And that is out number 2. Here in the bottom of the 7th, here's Jason Castro, 2 for 2 with a double on 2 RBIs. And the pitch. Range play, what do we got? This one. Ground ball hit right at Beckham. The dive, it's past him. And Castro is on for the 3rd time tonight, or this afternoon. Here's Byron Buxton. Buxton 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And the pitch. Avoids striking out again. Trying to settle himself down, and the pitch again. This one. Ground ball hit right at the shortstop Beckham. This time he easily kicks it over to second to get the out. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Morrison, Dickerson, and Longoria due up for the Rays in the top of the 8th. It's 4-2, Minnesota. New pitcher for Minnesota. It's going to be Trevor Hildenberger. Hildenberger making his first appearance this year. Last year he was a 3-3 record with a save, a 3.21 ERA, 38 hits, 44 strikeouts, and 4 walks in 42 innings pitched. So he's a bit of a long guy, but the bridge to get them to the closer. And Hildenberger pitches and can't get the strikeout on Logan Morrison, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. This one, ground ball hit at Maurer. Maurer will just step on the bag, and that's out number 1. Here's Corey Dickerson, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And the pitch. And it's an air check if it's on the ground. We'll see where it is. This one, ground ball hit at Dozier. Dozier boots the ball, and Dickerson is on. First error committed by Minnesota. And now Longoria is on with as the tying run. He's 0 for 3 with 2 down, and the pitch. This one at the ballpark. Deep fly ball, pulled this one into left field. It is gone! And we are all tied up. Evan Longoria with a game-tying home run into left field. And it is 4-4. And that will do it for Hildenberger. Michael Tonkin will now come in. First appearance this year. Last year he was 0-1, 5.14 ERA, 22 strikeouts, 22 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 12 walks. 1 down. He'll face Ramos and Beckham. 2 righties. And the pitch. Uh-oh, this one. Deep fly ball. Left field. Ramos could have taken the lead. He does! Back-to-back home runs for Tampa Bay, and they have their first lead of the game.
No throwing of any object.
And stuff is raining down on the field. Wow. Wilson Ramos. 2 RBIs in this one, including the go-ahead. 2 home runs. So now he looks like a big candidate for player of the game. Here comes Michael Tonkin again to face. This time it'll be Tim Beckham, who's 1 for 3. And the Twins fighting themselves down for the first time tonight. Tries to get the strikeout, and it isn't going to happen. This one, fly ball, center field. It's down. Buxton can't get to it. And that is going to do it for Tonkin. None of their relievers are feeling it tonight. It's a shame because it looks to be they're wasting a great start from Kyle Gibson. Gabriel Moya will now face Miller, who's 2 for 3 with a double. Pitch by Moya. Air check on a throw. Ground ball hit at Dozier. Dozier fires it over to Polanco at second to get, fires it over to Maurer at first. Beckham will get to second, and he's a fielder's choice. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. 1 down. The pitch. And tried to get him to ground, but didn't chase that one. Pitch by Kiermaier. This one, ground ball hit at Polanco. Polanco kicks it over to first, gets the out, and we're off to the 9th, or to the bottom of the 8th. So it'll be Maurer, Sano, and Rosario due up for the Twins. They trail the Rays 5-4. Minnesota scored their first run in the 3rd, scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and that's how they got their 4-run lead, their 4-1 lead. Tampa Bay scored 1 in the 5th and 3 now in the 8th. Chris Archer, they're going to see if they can milk a little bit more out of him. But they're going to switch him before he gets to Miguel Sano, the pitched. And it's a blink, so we'll go again. This one, fly ball into right field. Sousa back to the track, bounces off the wall, and Maurer's got a double. First hit of the game of the season for him, and now here's Miguel Sano. 2 for 3 with a homer and an RBI. Could put him up, and they're going to pull Chris Archer. Chris Archer's final stat line, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Alex Colomb will come in for the Rays. Colomb last year, 2-3 record, 47 saves, so they're putting him in for the long save situation. 66 and 2/3 innings pitched, 57 hits, 58 strikeouts, 16 walks, and a 3.24 ERA. So Colomb will face Sano. And the pitch. And not wild, so just kind of outside. This one, fly ball, center field. Kiermaier makes the catch, gets it back in, and holds Maurer at second. So here's Eddie Rosario, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and the delivery. This one at the ballpark. Rosario singles this one, past Beckham. And now you got runners on the corners. The tying run 90 feet away. Here's Brian Dozier. And Colomb is in a little bit of trouble. You're going to stick with him, the pitch. And it's a pass ball. And the game is tied as Maurer is brought in. Ramos can't hold on to it. And Maurer scores, and it's a tie ball game. Go ahead, run now in scoring position. Brian Dozier pops this one high. Longoria camped out under it, makes the grab, and that's out number 2. Here's Colomb. He's going to try to get through this inning. And the pitch. Walks Grossman, and that's going to do it for Colomb. Danny Farquhar will come in. Last year, 4.2 record, 4.2 ERA, 39 hits, 45 strikeouts, 24 walks, and a 49 and 1/3 innings pitched. Max Kepler coming on. He's 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. And the pitch. This one, fly ball into left field. Dickerson looks to have it, and he grabs it. So we're off to the 9th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. It's all knotted up at 5. Sousa, Rasmus, and Morrison due up for the Rays. They gotta like their chances, especially with the red hot Colby Rasmus due up. Moya, the pitcher for Minnesota. See if he can go a little bit longer. It's going to be an air check on a throw to Steven Sousa, who's 0 for 3. This one into right field. It gets down, and Sousa's got a single. Go ahead, run is on, and here's Colby Rasmus. 2 for 4. Pitch to Rasmus by Moya. This one, fly ball into left field, caught by Rosario, and Sousa will hold. Here's Logan Morrison with 1 down. Morrison 0 for 4 with a strikeout, and the pitch. This one at the ballpark. This one popped up high. Castro retreats back and makes the grab. Now here's Corey Dickerson, who's 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a run scored. Moya trying to get them to the bottom of the 9th. This one, deep fly ball, right field. Kepler makes the jump, and it is over his glove and gone. 2-run home run by Corey Dickerson. And the Rays finally get some production from him, and it is 7-5. And that's going to do it for Moya. Buddy Bozers is going to come in. First appearance this year, 1-0 record last year, 5.89 ERA, 37 hits, 28 strikeouts, 9 walks, all on 35 innings pitched. But they only need 1/3 from him as he faces Longoria, who hit a homer last time. And he walked him.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
And now Ramos, who hit a homer as well. He's hit 2 of them. And that one's going to be called a strike. It is 3-1 to Ramos.
He rocks
this
one,
one
right center field.
Into center
That'll
field.
shoot the
It is
gap
going
and
to
go to the
get
wall.
to
It
the
went off
wall. Going to third is Longoria. They're waving him around. He's going to score, and Ramos is on fire right now. And now you've got him over on second. Tim Beckham with 2 down now. 2 for 4. And the pitch. Tried to get the strikeout, but it isn't going to happen. This one, singles past Dozier. Rounding third is Ramos. Ramos is going to score. And some trouble there. That is going to do it for Bozers. This game has slipped out of the hands of the Twins. And it'll be very interesting to see who is at the top of the group after this one. It just might be the Rays. They've put up 9 runs so far, and they've got more in them. Justin Haley, the new pitcher for the Twins, his first appearance this year. No record last year. 1 save, 22 hits, 14 strikeouts, 6 walks, 6 ERA on 18 innings pitched. They just need an out. And that's going to set up a pitch. A hitter's count for Miller. This one, fly ball, right field, and Rosario grabs it, left field, and finally ends that inning. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Polanco, Castro, and Buxton, last chance for the Twins. Tampa Bay leads it going into the bottom of the 9th, 9-5. And there will no doubt be a new pitcher for Tampa Bay. 4 runs to play with. They're going to bring in Tommy Hunter. Hunter last year, 3-5 record, 1 save, 2.61 ERA, 43 hits, 64 strikeouts. 14 walks, all in 58 and 2/3 innings pitched. So this is going to be quite the job for Polanco, Castro, and Buxton. Those guys are, well, they've got Polanco who's 0 for 3, Castro's who's 3 for 3, and Buxton who's 0 for 4. Hunter with the pitch. And he's not going to get Polanco. Polanco, this one, ground ball to Morrison, and that's going to be out number 1. They may actually pinch hit Buxton since he's 0 for 4. Here's Castro, who's a perfect 3 for 3. They may be looking to walk him. We'll find out. Nope, it's an error check if there's a throw. This one, ground ball. Beckham. Throws it over, and that's going to be a error on Beckham, and Castro's on again. And now they will pinch hit Byron Buxton. Kenny Vargas will come in. Vargas, his first appearance this year. Last year, he had 241 at-bats, 33 runs, 41 RBIs, 11 homers, and a 253 average. Pitch to Vargas. And no strikeout there. This one, ground ball. Oh boy, hit right to Longoria. Longoria to Miller for 1. Back to Morrison for a double play, and that is the game. So, final score here. 9-5, Minnesota. Let's go ahead and look at our stats to crown our player of the game. Archer went 7 innings, but he allowed 5 runs. So I don't think it's going to be a pitcher who gets player of the game. I think it's probably going to be, man, you got a few guys who bat 600. And Wilson Ramos is one of them with 2 home runs. How many RBIs? 3. Beckham had that amazing stretch, though. But no, we're going to give player of the game to Wilson Ramos. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. What a game by him. Winning pitcher is going to be Danny Facquar. Losing pitcher is Gabriel Moya. Kyle Gibson went 6 1/3 innings pitched. Only allowed 2 runs. When he left the game, he had the win. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers later. Wow. Only 1 home run hit by the Twins. That was Miguel Sano. So, yeah, so we'll save those stats. And now this will be the interesting part. Figuring out who's at the top of this group now. Report score. Tampa Bay wins it 9-5. All right, standings. Minnesota, nope, Tampa Bay is now at the top as they are 1-0. They're the only undefeated team left in this group. And the only reason they're on top right now is because they've only played 1 game, but they've got more wins than losses. So primary determination will be made by wins. And then second will be points. And then, yeah. Also, tiebreakers, it'll come down to how many victories you have over people you are tied with, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah. Interesting stuff going on there. Our next game is going to be going down to Group B. The Red Sox will go to Camden Yards. The Orioles currently lead that division. The Red Sox currently in the basement as they only scored 1 run against the White Sox. So that'll be fun. So thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you're watching this live or on demand, give us a like, and we will continue doing these. Honestly, we'll continue doing them either way because they're just fun. Sorry about all the technical difficulties, and we will see you guys when the ball flies at Camden Yards. Take care.